Talk Show with RJ Sheedy. Joey Marcello, Corey Roberts, Kevin Rudden, and Rob Sheedy. And now music from Mick, Lawless and the Reckless Heart. And now, an actual joke, RJ Sheedy.
Hey everybody! Hi! Hello everybody! Welcome to the talk show. I'm your host, TV's RJ Sheedy. How's everyone doing tonight? Woo! You know, earlier this week, I asked myself, skin or booger? On Monday, I had the opportunity to take part in Professor Susan Gaynor's Visible Indivisible project. It's simple. She interviews her subjects, takes a picture of them, and then she gives you the picture to keep as a thank you. And mine came out okay-ish. What everybody saw on Instagram was this. Matt, can we show the picture? Okay, everyone saw it down on Instagram and Facebook, but this was the actual photo that was originally taken. Whoa! I mean, thank you for the photo. I haven't gotten 50 likes on Instagram in a while, but there was a booger in my nose and she didn't tell me. I had it my freshman year, she didn't tell me. She must have hated me. We have a good show. Let's head to the desk. Joining us tonight on the show is Mick Lawless and his new band, Reckless Hearts. They'll be here giving us some tunes for us later. One of Milford's constable candidates, and he just so happens to be my dad, Mr. Rob Sheedy will also be here in just a bit to chat with us. Rob Sheedy, everybody. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. We're playing 5 questions with him when he comes out. Also coming on the show tonight is Kevin Rudden from the Milford Town Crier, whose show 30 Minutes with the Town Crier airs right here on Milford TV. Ooh, how about that? And in just a few minutes, Joey Marcello and Corey Roberts from Blue Crew fame will also be here, guys. Blue! We got the replacements, Blue Crew. I have so many of these. If you don't know what Blue Crew was, it was a movie Joey, Corey, Malcolm, myself, and a huge group of people all made together one summer. Blue Crew was about this guy, Ray, who moves back home from the South after his mom passes away, and all he wants to do is reconnect with his friends and his old crush. Joey wrote, directed, produced, and edited the whole film all by himself when he was a senior in high school. Now in college, Joey's planning on making another movie over the summer, a film I actually auditioned for this week. And Joey was actually really, really nice enough to let us show some of the audition tapes tonight here. So let's take a look at me auditioning for a movie. My name's RJ Sheedy. I'm 21 years old, and I'm auditioning for Johnny. Cool. Yeah. Give me a second. Gotta fix my hood. No, he's not coming on. Don't come on my show in a suit because you're gonna look better than me, and it's gonna be pissing me off. What the f? I don't know. Am I supposed to know this? What kind of question is that? I didn't think the favorite song was important when I was carefully reading the character description. I'm so sorry. My weak point is acting straight. So I feel like Johnny as a flamboyant character will work for me. I was literally thinking about having to buy a bow and arrow and go and be like, come to me, livestock. I think what separates me from other actors is that I've had on-camera experience before and some others may have not. So therefore, I know how to act in front of a camera. I know how to interact with the cast. I've been in a feature film of yours before. And what was the second part of your question? One of the things I'm definitely going to do to get into character is I'm completely not going to use my phone when I'm out there. I think this is kind of a very doomsday kind of feel to it, so therefore there's no technology, no music, no nothing. So I'm going to really limit myself to technology. I'm going to limit myself to shave. The week before we even go up, I'm not going to even shave. That way I can just have that rugged, I've been in the woods forever kind of look. I may watch The Great Outdoors or some Good Will Hunting movies or something just to see what the outdoors is more like. Oh, That's nice. That's nice. I was just...
Dude, have you seen Good Will Hunting?
No.
Oh, that's...
To talk to us more about his upcoming film and more, please say hello to Joey Marcello and Corey Roberts. Woo! Corey. What's up? Joseph!
How's it going?
What's going on, Joseph? Take a seat, my guys. Oh my God. So you both were here on the show back in October 2015,
Yes.
talking about Blue Crew and
While
the
ago.
premiere. So what have you guys been up to since?
Want to start off?
Well, I've started my theater major at Salem State University, and I've gotten a lot of extra training at that school so far for like my acting and overall performance. I've been making sure to study a lot and try to get out there and get as much acting experience as possible. And I've also been spitballing and like working with Joey on this upcoming film, and I think we're really putting together something really cool.
And you yourself, you didn't think you wanted to do acting or anything before you met this kid.
No, it was actually really funny because I just did it out of a fluke thing. I was just in class, and I overheard him talking about movie auditions, and I was like, that'd be pretty cool to like audition for a movie, you know,
He
why
asked me,
not?
He's like, can I audition? I'm like, nothing's stopping you. Then he came and he's like, all right, I don't know how to do anything. I'm like, oh, here's a mic. And he's like, what's a mic?
Pretty much.
So
Yeah, I didn't know
and then
anything.
kicked off from there.
And Joey, you're going to film school now at Quinnipiac University.
Yes, I'm going to Quinnipiac University. I'm in an accelerated master's program, getting my bachelor's in fine arts and master's degree in 4 years. And so far it's been a blast. Everything's moving a little too fast. All the classes are fast paced, but I'm learning so much to put in every effort, especially to this new project that I'm really excited about.
Now, over the Christmas break, you both teamed up together to act together in your short film 3. What was 3 all about?
3 was about a kid named Cole and a kid named Sam. And they were trying to cope with their life, basically. Cole had very tragic. His girlfriend ended up passing away due to a tragic accident. And then Sam ended up having cancer, who becomes cancer-free. So it's a way of people struggling in the suburbs learning to cope with the way of life over there.
And you brought a clip of that to show us.
Yes, we did.
Before we show it, what's going on in the clip? Because
right.
you're doing some like boxing or something too.
Yes, this is after I wanted to show a clip that would get people to watch it, and this is after all the action, and this is kind of the falling point of the film. Cole is punching a bag because he's angry. I can't release why he's angry. The video's up on YouTube.
Go
You
check it
can go
out
see
there,
it.
guys.
Yes. And then Sam is contemplating his alcoholism, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, let's take a look. Here's an exclusive clip from 3 only for Talk Show. Right, there it is, everybody. Exclusive clip from 3. Really good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was some really intense garage door opening and closing that you had in there.
Decided to go with the long shot there, and I keep on going back to see if I should have shortened it up or not, but you know what? I like that I chose to go with it, and you'll have to see why and what else happens in the story.
That was a good minute worth of showtime. But anyways, there's no secret that the both of you are working together on a new film. Do you guys want to announce what you guys are doing?
Yes.
All right, so film is called Eyes Above Paradise, and it's about a group of draft dodgers that go into the woods to obviously escape the draft and all the horrors of the society and the government that they don't support at all. And things don't end up going so well. It's kind of caught in the midst of the story, so stuff has already happened in the past and stuff is yet to happen in the future. So it's kind of like, I would say, in one of the biggest climaxes of the whole story.
It takes place in the White Mountains of New Hampshire, which the location seems to be a pretty big appearance in the story, and it takes place in the near future. It's got the vibe of a Vietnam kind of feel, but it's definitely, with all the current events going on in America right now, definitely realistic.
Definitely trying to avoid World War III. Yeah, I can see myself high in the woods, avoiding World War III.
But the irony is they find war amongst themselves. So.
Ooh, interesting plot twist. And you want to do you want to raise money for this film? Because
We
a
are.
trip up to the White Mountains with the whole cast and crew. Dude, what are you thinking?
I don't know,
How am I
maybe.
who's gonna feed me?
It's funny that you mentioned that.
Yes,
Oh.
we are in the process of putting up a Kickstarter, and it will be up on the internet within the next hour. So,
It's gonna be on the internet in the next hour?
yes.
So you're telling me that within the hour, people can go on the Kickstarter and say, wow, I love Joey, I love Blue Crew, I love RJ, I guess. Let's donate money.
If people are that enthusiastic, I hope so, yes.
You know, I think our friends from Los Angeles are watching tonight.
Are they?
Yeah, our friends from the Late Late Show. I tweeted them today. It was really crazy. One day, me and Joey just got this really random message on Twitter and on Facebook from these guys that write for the Late Late Show, and they're saying, "Oh my God, we love RJ. How do you guys know me? We saw you. They saw him on my show, and they asked him for a copy of Blue Crew."
Yes.
So-
actually, I remember that. I was in Sundance in Park City, Utah, the Sundance Film Festival.
Is that where you were when I texted you?
And I was watching the new premiere of Roxanne, who Mahershala Ali, who just won an Academy Award, was also in that movie, and it was probably one of the most climactic parts. And I got a text from you saying, dude, look at Twitter. Got 3 missed calls. I'm like, I'm in the premiere of a professional film right now. Nobody else has seen this. What's up? And I ended up walking out as soon as the credits rolled to
call
see
me.
what happened, yeah.
I know. Honestly, I don't know how you feel about LA people knowing about us on their
It
radar, but it's
excites me
actually kind of
more.
insane.
There's I can't express my excitement outside my body, but inside I'm jumping up and down.
This is so cool. Joey, I hope. Am I going to be in this movie? I didn't even ask you that yet. I auditioned, and honestly, I don't know if
Should
you
we break
remember
the
me
bad
from
news?
Blue Crew, but I did a pretty good job in Blue Crew. I think a lot of people in here tonight would only see the movie if I was in it.
We have to break some pretty bad news for you.
Oh no, what
You
happened?
might want to sit
You're-
down for this one.
yes.
I'm already.
You're gonna have to be away for 5 days of the summer, 5 to 7 days on the
Okay.
shooting dates because you got the role of Johnny.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the movie.
Yes, you will be in it.
Oh my god!
The dream team is back.
Oh my god, I'm in the movie, guys! Wow. Okay, I think everyone in this room is gonna see that movie now.
Please check it out.
Absolutely. And once
This
the
autumn.
Once the Kickstarter's up, we'll be tweeting it and putting it on
social
my
media,
Facebook page, the show's
Instagram,
Facebook page.
Facebook.
Follow me on the Twitters and the Instagrams is over there. We'll post it all on there. Joey, I'm really excited
Thank
for
you
this
for
film.
having me.
Thank you for coming on, and dude, it's gonna be so much fun working together again.
I'm definitely excited.
Okay, we'll take a quick break and we'll come right back with Mr. Kevin Rudden. Talk to you guys soon.
Tonight's episode of Talk Show is brought to you by these following sponsors. Pizza Palace. That's a mighty fine pizza.
I can smell it from here. And also, Hilltop Self-Storage. When you want to hide things from your neighbors and family, choose Hilltop.
Everyone at home knows all about me who's watching right now.
Yes.
I have to ask you, what was it like working with me on this film? What? I thought I was a great actor.
Honest answer?
Awful
Of course, honest answer.
We love you,
Wait,
RJ.
all right, so you want the honest?
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, they might need to get a few like bleeps if it was honest.
Really?
No,
We're live, we can't do it that way.
Besides the phone being out half the time, you made it enjoyable
Unnecessary.
experience.
I
It
made
was
it
you made
enjoyable.
everyone laugh, which
What
was
were
pretty awesome.
what were some of you guys' memorable moments on set? I know we all probably have our favorites.
Going home.
What do you The most memorable line that never actually made the movie, spoiler, is Natalie, who cannot make it tonight because she is working, saying the most famous line that is always stuck in all of our heads.
What is it? Wait.
3,
I don't know
2,
what this is. I'm just going to stay out of this.
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, that one.
It has the biggest Boston accent to it, and it was just awesome.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Welcome back. Before we continue, I want to let you all know about a really, really great thing that's happening at with our friends at Hilltop Self Storage. They're putting together something really awesome. They're calling it Fresh Start, Feeding the Community. They are currently seeking donations of non-perishable food, toiletries, and other items that will be distributed to local food pantries in Upton, Northbridge, and Grafton. And if you're interested in helping our neighboring communities, feel free to drop off these items to Hilltop Self Storage from now through April 9th. Although you may have never seen or met our next guest, you certainly have read his articles twice a month in the Milford Town Crier. He also co-hosts the show 30 Minutes with the Town Crier, produced and aired right here at Milford TV. Anyway, please say hello to our good friend, Kevin Rudden.
Hey, everybody.
Kevin.
How are you?
Take a seat. Welcome, welcome. You know, you've been doing a show here for a few years, and I want to say I've gotten to know you really well over those past few years.
We do know each other.
Yeah, too well, I think. But before we chat about the election, what made you decide to take the Town Crier newspaper to TV?
Well, when Milford TV opened, it seemed to me to be the next logical thing to do. We come out every 2 weeks, which is not optimal for a newspaper, but that's, the situation we're in. And going out on TV was a great idea to focus more on an issue for longer than, if you go on the internet, longer than a screen and longer than a typical news story. We say it's 30 minutes, it's actually 28 minutes of talk time. And to really explore an issue or a candidacy. And it took about 3 or 4 months to convince the owners of the paper it was a good idea, and then the wonderful guys, everybody here at Milford TV helped us put together the beginning and teach me how to edit. And,
Was that your biggest challenge?
Yeah, and then the biggest challenge is just booking a guest who shows up every 2 weeks.
Tell me about it, yeah.
As you probably know, and I mean, we've missed one show in 4.5 calendar years. And that was basically because I said I need a vacation, and we took a show off.
Great. Now, we are in an election season, and as a reporter, I think you have a unique insight into town government.
I was going to say, now, are you inviting me here because your father and your uncle are on the ballot this year?
No, maybe. No, honestly, I just want the young Milford people knowing who are running and what the issues are. So, as a reporter, you do have a unique insight into our town government. And I know the candidates have been asked this question before, but in your mind, what do you see some of the biggest issues that Milford's going to be facing in the future?
I'm going to answer the way basically most of them answered, but one of the biggest one is the Environmental Protection Agency is about to issue and enforce what's called MS4, and don't ask me, it's Municipal Storm Separator Sewer, something, to give you 4 S's. But basically, it's they want to get rid of phosphorus going into the Charles River. And the way they see to do it is to charge businesses and homeowners and everybody, if you have a lot of big roofs and a lot of driveway, charge you what one of the selectmen calls a rain tax, which is basically a tax based on how much you do, that would pay for treating the water.
Isn't that a good thing though, like clean water?
It's a good thing, but nobody's sure of the science, and the cost is over $100 million for both businesses and the town government,
For how long?
forever.
Yearly, it's going to cost 100 million.
No, once you get it done, but the way the EPA wants to fund it is basically, in addition to paying your property tax, you would pay a stormwater tax to pay for the stormwater removal efforts elsewhere in the town. So they don't have a number, but it could be like $100 per house per year. So it's a great goal, but if you're on a fixed income and you've lived in the same house for 30 years and you don't think you're responsible for putting phosphorus in the atmosphere, it's another $100. So that's coming up. There's the reuse of the middle school east building now that's going to go surplus as of July 1st. So what do you do with it? There's always a budget issue coming up. I mean, believe it or not, the school committee's talking about renovating Milford High because every other building's been renovated or built new.
That place kind of needs it. It does look like a prison.
It does, but you're still paying off the $30 million town share of Wooden Hill Elementary. I mean, it's buried in the budget, so people think it's gone, but that's being paid off over the next 20 years. Traffic is a huge concern. Anybody driving through
In Milford? Traffic? Nah.
Well, it's funny. I was telling somebody the other day, giving them directions, and they said, "How far is it to Medway from Mendon?" And I said, "Well, account for half an hour through downtown Milford at any given part of the day. So, if it's midnight, you could probably do it in 15 minutes. If it's, morning or evening rush hour, make it an hour. And if it's the middle of the day, make it, 25, 35, 45 minutes,
Yeah.
depending on the traffic. So the amount of traffic, and that's never going to go away because the way the town was built, most of the main roads have houses right up against the road. So it's not like you can widen the road to, widen East Main Street to 4 lanes. You do that, you're on top of people's front porches.
Yeah. So unlike in other years, there's 2 separate selectmen races that's happening this year.
Right.
Can you explain to me what the 2 races are and who the 2 candidates are in each of them?
Well, there's actually 3 in one of them, even though one's not campaigning.
Yeah.
Okay. Brian Murray, who's been a selectman for a long time, got elected state rep back in November.
Right.
So Brian is resigning as of midnight of election day.
That's his last day on the board.
Right.
He's gone, yeah.
Actually, it's either on election day or midnight the day before, but he's resigned.
Okay.
That opens up the remaining 2 years of his 3-year seat. So there are 3 candidates on the ballot, 2 actively campaigning. And there are John Erickson, who's on the school committee and is the town's building commissioner, and your uncle. Harold Walsh, who is best known...
Harold Rhodes?
Harold Rhodes,
Yeah.
no. Harold Rhodes.
I did my research, yes.
I'm sorry, I just got it wrong. It's not your uncle. It's Mike Walsh, who's on the school committee and the youth commission.
Uh-huh.
Harold Rhodes, who most people know is the guy who brought the bus, the MWRTA bus service
That's a 2-year term.
to Milford, and a woman named Jessica LeBrecq. They're running for the 2-year term.
Okay, but then there's the 3-year term that
The 3-year
is Bill
term
Buckley's
is the normal
incumbent.
term that's up. Bill Buckley's the incumbent, and that's where your uncle, John Erickson, who's the building inspector and on the school committee, is running against him for the 3-year
Okay,
term.
I was going...
See,
what-
everybody gets confused.
Honestly, I was looking at you
Because
going,
there's
wait, what is he
5
talking
people
about?
on the ballot, and a lot of people can't remember who's
This
running.
is confusing, right? This is a little bit confusing.
Yeah, but I'll repeat it again. So the 3-year term
3-year.
is incumbent Bill Buckley being
Buckley.
challenged by John Erickson.
And Erickson, okay.
The 2-year term is Mike Walsh,
Mike.
Harold Rhodes,
Harold.
and Jessica LeBrecq is also on the ballot but has not been actively campaigning.
And why is that?
You'd have to ask her.
Okay. That's fair.
She has no experience other than being on the Cultural Council. And personally, my view is she got in a little over her head by going for the highest seat without knowing what it was about.
Yeah. So Mike Walsh, Harold Rose, and Jessica LeBrecq.
LeBrecq.
Okay, cool.
Right.
I've never seen her name before now. Are all in run race. And John Erickson and Bill Buckley are in the other.
Right,
So-
and there's 3 other contested races. Well, there's actually 4, but only 3 on the ballot, because somebody's going to do a running campaign for library trustee.
Ooh, interesting.
So the other three are Planning Board incumbent John Cook is being challenged by Mike Visconti. Okay, that's the third.
Lagor, no, not Lagor. Leosh and
Okay, for
Scaff.
For assessor, there's a one-year term open because Sam Bonassor passed away, and that's local realtor Josh Leoch is running against retired maintenance supervisor Charlie Scaff. And then, of course, there's a constable race where some guy named Robert Sheedy, who I think is your father,
I think so, yeah.
and
I've
he's
never
going to
met
be
the
on
guy. I've
after
heard he's a
me.
great dude.
He is running along with Scott Ficchiola and Nadine Ladeau, and they're going to fill the term that was left vacant when a woman named Barbara Clement, you probably remember, was unfortunately hit by a truck and died on Main Street last year.
Are there any major differences, as you can see, between the selectmen candidates in the major races?
Yeah. Harold Rhodes wants to focus on revitalizing downtown, trying to cure the traffic problem, and keeping the town on a fiscal good track. Mike Walsh thinks the same challenges are there. He is the
Chairperson of the school
Imperial, chairman of the school committee, chairman of the youth commission. He runs the repair service at Imperial Chevy up in Mendon, which used to be here in Milford. And he wants to bring what he calls the business perspective and having everybody hash out arguments. Your Uncle John Erickson wants to look at it almost from he says he's going to be an independent voice, and he's looking at things, government from the inside out, having been a town employee for 14 years. He's looking at what he sees
the issues
the
in
board
there,
needs.
right.
And Buckley is running, he says it's his last term.
Is it though?
It will be,
Because I
yeah.
did get Miller saying, vote for me one last time. I'm like, okay, if I vote you.
No, he's pretty serious about one
This
more
is
term.
it.
He wants to finish up the things he's been working on.
Okay.
And, you know, the challenge always there is, for John Erickson is John enunciating enough reason to throw out a 12-year incumbent? You know, especially when the guy says this is the last term. So you always have to give people a reason, why should I throw this guy out? And John is building that case.
Right.
You know, fresh perspectives, different ideas, listening to people, things like that.
Yeah.
So it's unusual having two selectmen's races in 1 year, and it is confusing to people.
A little bit, yeah.
And I'm supposed to know this cold, and I mixed it up. So
It's fine. I think everybody in town messes this up, honestly. But one last question before you do go.
well, I have one point I want to make.
Okay.
I know you wanted to run for town meeting member.
I did. It was so funny. Like I pulled out papers, and then I had like two people
Okay.
sign it. My friend Zach and my friend Kevin, because they
Right.
both live in my precinct. And then I just didn't go and get signatures to turn them back in.
Well, you know, Milford has an elected town meeting, unlike the smaller towns around have anybody can go and shoot their mouth off. Milford has, you elect 240 people. So there's 120 up every year. There are 27 blank spots on the ballot. That's 11.25% of who can be elected. Nobody's running, which means, RJ, all you need to do is get 10 or 11 people to write your name in your precinct, and you could be a town meeting member.
Guys, I could be a town meeting member. Wow. But anyways,
So I wanted to point that out.
I'm really glad. I think I might get a few votes from tonight, maybe. I don't know.
Right.
But one last question. Historically, in Milford's local elections, we have a very low turnout, maybe like 14, 15, less than 20% most times.
That's about right.
I like to think that my show has a very youthful following. A lot of young people watch this. What is your message to those young people who might just not want to go and vote and do anything?
Well, whether you love her or hate her, I used a quote from Senator Elizabeth Warren the other day
Love
that's
her,
attributed
love her.
to her, and what it said was basically, if you're not sitting at the table, you're probably on the menu. And my message is, if you don't get out and vote, if you don't run for those 27 town meeting seats, people are making decisions for you. So you look around and look at the candidates for selectmen and find out what they stand for and then vote for one, because especially people in their 20s, the decisions these guys make are going to affect them if they stay living in the town, which we hope they do, you know, raise families, whatever. The decisions these people make affect whether you have a traffic problem on Main Street or you don't, or whether Middle School East is ripped down or turned into something productive, or, you know, most of the little decisions, like who gets appointed to what position in town hall, that's what these guys decide.
Yeah.
And if you don't pay attention, then what happens is things happen without your input. And I mean, you could say, well, my vote doesn't count, but a lot of things have come down. There's 2-to-1 votes on the Board of Selectmen. And if you elect the person that represents your views, chances are that could happen. So it's very important to vote. I mean, I don't want to get into the quagmire in Washington, but, you know, you had, in my view, two horrible candidates for president. One got elected, and I'm not surprised by any of the budget cuts or anything he's doing, because that's what he would do.
Yeah,
So if you don't vote, you know, you don't have a say in what happens.
absolutely.
You
Kevin,
really don't.
thank you so much for being here and joining us on the show. Guys, go check out his show.
for
Read his
having me,
newspaper.
and,
He's an awesome guy. We'll be right back with Milford Constable candidate and my dad, Rob Sheedy. Stay tuned, everybody. Bye, Kevin.
Like Talk Show? Like us on Facebook and follow RJ on Twitter and Instagram. Go ahead, like and follow us. Do it now. Did you do it yet?
Back to the show, everybody. Welcome back. If you like what you're seeing on the program tonight, please, please, please make sure to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/RJ Sheedy Talk Show or RJ Talk Show, and give me a follow on Twitter at RJ Sheedy to keep up with all things me. And by the end of the show tonight, we will be posting the Kickstarter link for Joey Marcello's and Corey Roberts' new film that is coming up. So please take a look at that. My next guest is currently running for constable in Milford, and he also happens to be my dad. Please say hello to Rob Sheedy, everybody. Hi. What's up?
How you doing, bud?
What are you doing? Have a seat.
7 years, I'm finally on the show.
Oh my God, you know, you've been sitting back there for so long and just been dying to get in this seat. I think you just ran for constable to get on my show.
That's hard to down.
So let me ask you, first things first, what's it like being a father of a local celebrity?
Oh, jeez. It's shocking.
Is
It's
it?
shocking, the things you find out, yeah. I'm not even going to get into it.
What do you find out about me?
Oh, the people you know is unbelievable.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you think I know a lot of people?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think I'm popular?
Oh, you know a lot of people.
Do you actually think I'm famous though?
You get in there.
Okay, cool. So what's it like living with me at home?
Crazy. Crazy.
Is
You're a
it?
slob. You don't put anything away. Yep.
I am not a slob,
Oh,
am
yeah.
I?
Yeah. If I was going to ask that question,
Rob's good.
I would have brought pictures of your room.
Did you bring pictures of my room?
No, if I knew that question was going to be asked, I would have.
I honestly think my room's not that bad right now.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Maybe. I cleaned the basement the other day.
Well, that's because you were having friends over.
Yeah, friends are coming over
Yeah.
tonight.
On
That's
a
what
normal basis, you would leave it a mess.
No, I don't like my friends coming to a messy house. You should know this.
That's why you cleaned it, because your friends were coming.
Yeah, that's the only
If they
reason why
weren't
I cleaned
coming,
it.
It will still be a mess.
Well, probably until like the next time a friend came over. I mean, it's messy for myself because here's the thing, Dad. I don't know if you realize this or not, but every time I clean up my stuff, once I clean it up, I go nuts because I can't find it again. Like I'll put something away and I'm like, what did I do with that? Because if
Because
it's
you
not,
put it someplace different all the time.
yeah, because when I leave everything out, I just know which pile of junk it's in. When I put stuff away, I'm like, okay, which drawer did I put in my closet? Is it in a box? What did I do with it? You know, I think. Oh, you know, you're on Facebook a lot, and I don't think this is a secret of the town, but you love posting food pictures on Facebook.
Yeah, sometimes.
You always post food pictures on
Sometimes.
Facebook. Do you know Ray Orger says that people don't do that no more?
Really? Yeah, you said that.
I did say that. He said that on the radio morning one morning. So, as people may know, you are running for constable in Milford.
Yes, I am.
What made you want to do this?
I love Milford, and I wanted to give back somehow again.
And until you decided to run, I myself had no idea what a constable is.
Yep.
And people have been asking both me and probably you a lot, what exactly is
Everybody.
a constable?
No one knows what a constable is. They deliver papers, they're a processor, subpoenas, summons, eviction notices, divorce papers, papers from, any place pretty much. Important papers.
You know, our family has a long history in Milford. We're so Milford that we remember the old Archer Rubber building. Besides being a long Milford resident, do you have do you have an experience in your professional career that will help you prepare for this role?
Dealing with the public every day, my full-time job,
And what's that?
Stop and Shop.
Okay, so you deal with the public in a full time.
Yes.
And what is your dealings with the public like there?
What is it like there? Oh, you really don't want to know that.
I know what it's like.
Exactly,
I
because
work,
you work there too.
Before we play 5 questions, Dad, I'm going to end my interview the same way that Al Craig ends his interviews. Dad, I'm a Milford voter. Why should I vote for you?
Because I love the town.
So you want to play 5 questions?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Let's play 5 questions, everybody. This should have been pre-taped. Geography. What is the most southern state in America? The most southern state in America.
I'm going to say Florida.
No, it's Hawaii.
Oh.
Florida would be if you're just looking at continental, but it's
Yeah.
actually Hawaii. Question number 2. Who is my favorite Beatle?
Yours?
Mine.
All of them.
No, I have a favorite.
Do you?
Yes.
Paul.
Who?
Paul McCartney.
Of course it's Paul McCartney. Who wouldn't love Paul? 3. Who has better Italian subs in Milford? Jeans Varieties or Olivas?
They're both equally as good.
Oh, come on, you know.
I can't pick one.
You can't?
I can't.
Well,
It
considering
depends on what part of town I'm at when I feel hungry for a sandwich.
you're just making everybody happy, aren't you? Number 4. Do pineapples go on pizza?
Of course they do.
Why? It's a
'Cause it's
fruit.
Good.
But it's a fruit.
So what? It's good.
Fruit doesn't belong
You can
on
put anything on
pizza.
pizza.
Oh my God, I can't do this argument anymore. And question number 5, Dad, name 5 Robert De Niro movies in 10 seconds.
Goodfellas, Casino. I don't know. Drawing a blank. I can't think that quick.
3, 2, 1. Oh, he's out of time.
Bronx Tale. Was he in a Bronx Tale?
Was he in a Bronx Tale?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't think.
If Joey was here still, he would know.
Probably. He's the film guy.
He is the film guy. Dude, thank you so much for coming on,
Yeah,
Dad.
no problem. Anytime.
We'll be right back with Mick Lawless and his group, The Reckless Hearts. Stay tuned, friends. I'm done.
Tonight's episode of Talk Show is brought to you by these following sponsors. Pizza Palace. That's a mighty fine pizza.
I can smell it from here. And also, Hilltop Self-Storage. When you want to hide things from your neighbors and family, choose Hilltop.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Welcome back. Reckless Hearts are getting ready to bring in an amazing performance, but before we listen in on what they brought for us today, let's say hello to the one and only Mick Lawless. Come on out, Mick. Mick. Welcome. Take a seat, buddy.
RJ, we're back again.
We are back again, my friend.
my
Mick,
God.
you came on all the way back in
4 years ago? 3 years?
January 2014,
All
our
right.
3rd live
3.
show we've ever done. We're at 29 now. Thank you for coming back.
Hey, my pleasure. My pleasure.
It's changed a little bit since you've been
I
here,
like it.
huh?
I like it. Yeah.
We got some new furniture over here. No more big blue couch.
You
We got some
guys
cool
got
lights
your-
over there for you
You
guys.
got your act together.
Yeah, we kind of did.
Kinda did?
We kind of did. You might not believe it, but we kind of did. So you were one of my first musical guests, and outside of music, you also have your record store that I go to all the time.
You do. You buy Beatles stuff from me.
I always buy Beatles
Yes, you
stuff.
do.
I come in and get Sinatra from you.
You got Sinatra.
I
You
got a
some
Michael
Beatles.
Jackson one from you that you hooked me up with a pretty
all
good
the
deal.
staples.
All the staples. How long have you been doing that gig
All right,
for?
so the Nevermind, you're talking of the Nevermind shop, which is the name of the store, located in Upton Center, well, off the center on Route 140. I've had the Nevermind shop. We hit our 8th year November 1st, so we're going on 9 years.
Wow.
8 years, selling wonderful records, delicious vinyl records, and vintage posters and memorabilia and CDs and good stuff. So-
And 8 years ago, like records are coming back now. Like my friends were gifting each other like records and stuff for Christmas. But like 8 years ago, was records as much of a thing as it is now?
Not as popular with, say, your demographic.
What do you think it is about? Because I bought a record player once, or back in December, and one of my friends looked at me and goes, "Why did you buy that thing?" I'm like, "Because it's awesome." So why do you think young people all of a sudden going, "Wow, records"?
Well, I think my personal take on it is I think they feel that they probably missed out on something very cool. Records are very cool. I mean, You throw the record on. Yes, you have to get up and change it, but you can kick back. You can look at the album notes. You can, some of the albums are gatefolds.
That's one thing that iTunes can't give me. I can't go on there and just sit down and like look at the beautiful album.
And perhaps as you progress as a record collector, you may eventually one day want me to build you an old analog system, which is an old hi-fi system, which is really the way, the better the system, the warmer the sound, and that's where it is for me. That's where records come in for me, is the sound, which is an analog sound as opposed to a digital sound made of digibits, which is basically, in essence, an artificial sound. Those records, those classic records, the Zeppelins and Black Sabbaths and all those classic records that we all know and love were made to be heard analog. They really were not made to be heard digital. Okay. And that's what we get. We get a lot of people wanting to capture that feeling. And if you've got a really good system, you're going to find the difference between a CD and a record. There's no question about it. So.
Now, we're going to send you over there in just a little bit, but real quick, talk to me about this group of guys, because you're in Loose Salute, and now you brought this group, Mick, Lawless, and the Rebel Hearts?
The Reckless Hearts.
The Reckless Hearts, okay.
All right. Basically, I just found these guys out in the back of the old Royal Buddha, just hanging around.
Out of Tokyo?
Yeah, no, just over here behind the...
Yeah, Tokyo.
Yeah, so they were just kind of kicking around
That's where we're going after the show. You want to come with us?
I may just, if you're buying, I'm going.
Maybe. You know what? I think my sponsor's got to come.
Anyway, these guys were just kicking around the parking lot, and I just kind of pull up in the back and ask them if they wanted to play some musical instruments. And
so this all just happened an hour ago?
About 3 hours ago,
yeah,
I got them
right.
together. And I don't even know any of these guys, to be quite honest. No,
that kid kind of sort of looks like you.
I got my son.
His son's in the band.
I got my son Derek James Lawless playing bass in the band with me. So he looks just like I did when I was like 21. Can you believe it? It looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was 21.
This is what you're gonna look like in 20 years.
Come on.
I'm not complaining. I mean, he still got his hair. So you got that
Some
going.
of it.
I might
Most
lose
of it.
mine. Did you see my dad?
Yeah, that's by design, though.
Still here. Hi! Mick, get on over there.
All right, so we're going to do some music for you?
Yeah, go get some music. I'm so excited for you, dude. Everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for being in here in the studio tonight. Our next live show is happening on Earth Day, April 22nd. What better way to celebrate Earth Day than under hot TV lights? Play us off the air. Here he is, Mick Lawless. Stay tuned, everybody. Bye.
Before I start, I would just really like to say a very, very happy birthday to the lovely Kathy Lawless, who is in the audience tonight. Happy birthday, darling. You ready? All right. Now, remember, kids, don't try this at home. 1, 2, 3. Whiskey, wine, and weed. The beer before I sleep. I've been kicking dirt all day down this empty, dead-end street, and those wheels keep a-turning. And I'm so damn incomplete. Now you've gone away to stay. You touched down on the tarmac, 600 miles away, and those wheels keep a-turning. I'm regretting all the things I didn't say. I'm hanging by the transit cars that took you away. But tomorrow's gonna be another day. Now it's whiskey, wine, and weed, and the beer before I sleep. I've been killing us some brain cells, but the few I had to keep will keep me moving. Could you satisfy or help me fill the void? Not with Johnny Cash or Sonic Youth or Pink Floyd. I just miss parted this town. I could've loved you better, I didn't mean to let you down. I'm regretting all the things I didn't say, and I'm hanging by the transit cars that took you away. But tomorrow's gonna be another day. Now it's whiskey, wine, and me, and the beer before I sleep. I will slip off into slumberland, and I pray my soul to keep, and I'll keep you on my mind. So then maybe I could see you in my dreams. Darling, maybe I can see you in my dreams. All right. This is I'd also like to give a shout out to the Upton Rose Room, who we do a wonderful open mic up there on Thursdays, every Thursday, at the Rose Room Review from 7:30 to 10:30. Here's a song that came out of that room. This is called 0 minus 1. Where the sidewalk ends and the day begins, it's a relative man who keeps a prominent chin, yeah. Well, I take a step and count backwards from 10. When I get to 0, I start over again. I go 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 0 minus 1, and I lift up for the sun, hover near the edge, looking down on ourselves. You know I barely scrape at the surface. It's time to expedite the purpose. Only a relative man keeps a prominent chin. Oh, could it be De Niro or a Marvel superhero? Or could it be me? Yeah. I got the very last seat at the bar. Barkeep say, how do you drive, man, if you don't drive a car? 10. When I get to 0, I start over again. I go 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 0, minus 1, and I look up for the sun. Over near the edge, looking down on our sin. You know I barely scraped the surface. It's time to expedite the purpose. Oh, where relative man keeps a prominent shape. Oh, could it be De Niro? Our superhero? Or could it be me? Yeah. Took a walk downtown Milford Main Street. Coming down South Main. Stopping in at the RJ Sheedy show. Where the sidewalk ends and where the day begins. It's a relative man who keeps a prominent chin. Where the sidewalk ends and where the day begins. It's a relative man who keeps a prominent chin. Where the sidewalk ends and where the day begins. It's a relative man who keeps a prominent chin. Where the sidewalk ends and where the day begins. It's a relative man who keeps a prominent chin. It's a relative man who keeps a prominent chin. It's a relative man who keeps a prominent chin. It's a relative man who keeps a prominent chin. It's a relative man who keeps a prominent chin. Where the sidewalk ends and where the day begins. It's a relative man who keeps a The Reckless Hearts, everybody. Doug Wedge on the drums. Mr. Frank Chagru on the keyboards. Ken, Mr. President Kaiser on the lead guitar. And the handsome young fellow behind me, my son, Derek James Lawless on the bass. Thank you very much, gentlemen. All right, so your services are
Is this where we get up and leave awkwardly?
yeah. Because RJ wants me to finish the night with a sensitive singer-songwriter song. So,
You have to let me
all right.
slide out of here.
Thank you very much. Let's hear it again for the Reckless Hearts. All right. So it was RJ's brainstorming that brought us to this point. And hold on, get scope on. So have a good time here tonight? Of course we did. Of course we did. So I'm gonna let you in a little secret. The next song here, I wrote, and I titled this "Come Monday." But give me a pass, those Jimmy Buffett guys out there, because honestly, God's honest truth, I had no idea that Jimmy Buffett had a song also called Come Monday. So this is my Come Monday. Should be right there. There it is. Little touch on social commentary here. Top of the morning and say, here I go again. I step out of the shower and check on all my Facebook friends. I got no time for coffee with my keys lost in the door. That pink and orange donut drive-thru's got 10 million stores. Junior's sick home from school. He ain't no baggy pants wearing fool. He's just missed a text message and lost in the wreckage of youth. I've been trying my best, that alimony never rests. And I kinda liked it better before. We're in the red zone and we're heading for a score. Don't you know those Super Bowl commercials putting me on the floor? And now the MVP was called to testify about the needle he injected in his thigh. Hey, Junior, let's toss the ball. But Junior's gone off to the mall to wait in line for some new computer game. Trying to keep score doesn't seem to mean that much anymore. And I kinda liked it better before. Every now and then I swear I think I see the light. Then I realize that it's just my TV flicker in the night. Another big star breakdown, lawsuit, sex, drugs, and big money. And my excise tax is overdue come Monday. Hey, Junior, let's go outside. It looks like a beautiful day for a ride. You know, I just bought gas at $2.24. I guess we're all just doing fine, and I'll keep rolling on that line. But I kinda liked it better before. Yes, I kinda liked it better before. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me, RJ. Thanks for having me, Milford Public Access. And thanks to all the wonderful people who made this night possible. Thank you.